Hi, everyone, and welcome into a new episode of the Career Competitor Podcast with me, Steve Mellor, and we are the show that seeks to light the competitive fire within you in order to succeed within your career. And as always, we're brought to you by the fast and ever-growing CG Sports Network. And I'm really excited about what I'm going to propose here within my competitive call to start the week. I heard this term, competitive stamina, in a recent interview as I was just listening about some football matchups that are coming up this weekend, and specifically someone was talking, a former teammate of Tom Brady was talking about Tom Brady, and this guy has pretty much redefined what it means to be excellent at the quarterback position over the last 20 plus years. And they mentioned the fact that from the beginning of the season to the end of the season, throughout the off season, there's nothing about his approach that requires any kind of a stepping back. He never chooses to do that. I'm sure he has a few vacations here and there, recovers, etc. But even within that, it sounds as though this man is driven in a way to compete, that he doesn't really have off days, that every single day is an opportunity to get better, to build something, to learn something. And immediately I started thinking, how does this relate to competitors everywhere? So I looked into the definition of stamina, because for me, it's always been this word that I thought I fully understood. And I do to a certain extent, but I think there's a very, very small component of it that's really, really important. When you look at the definition, the ability to sustain defines stamina. The ability to sustain. And I think there's a lot of words out there that we think are similar to sustain, such as maintain. And you're probably starting to think, okay, where are we going with this, Steve? Well, this is the fine line now between people that want to compete and people that say, there's no way that I'm missing out on an opportunity to compete. There's absolutely no chance in hell that this opportunity is going to pass me by. And the reason why the words maintain and sustain sum up what I'm just saying here is because so many of us believe that being present when it works for us is how we can actually be successful / competitive. And that's just not true. In terms of the competitive stamina approach, your desire to sustain, to always constantly be more accountable in your approach, where you never walk away from what it is you're doing, never have a need to check back in because you are sustaining your approach. And this is the part where it's really important to understand that this isn't a simple way, some sort of easy answer to competing to a way to be successful. No. This is what you have to do just to have an opportunity to compete at the highest level. Going back to Tom Brady, he doesn't go into the year saying, if I have competitive stamina, then I get to go to the Super Bowl. No, that's not how it works. He does that knowing that it may give him the opportunity. It may give him the opportunity to compete for such a thing. You understand the mental strength that requires to fully push yourself towards something, knowing that it may not even finish, it may not even result in success, but you're that competitively driven that you're at least going to do the work that puts you in an opportunity to be successful. Think about our Olympians in the last 12 months. I'm really excited about the show right now simply because we had this long line of Olympians, Olympic hopefuls, past Olympians that are going to be coming on and talking to us. Just had Nathaniel Mitchell-Blake come on, and great chat with him about being competitive and the understanding that nothing is given. Everything is earned. Take the competitive stamina approach to what it is you do. Think of it from an Olympian's standpoint in the last 12 months. Like, holy shit. Someone walked up to each individual Olympic hopeful about 12 months ago and said, we've got to wait another year. Got to wait. Sorry, I know you've worked really hard. I know you want this really badly, but you got to wait. You know how hard that is to hear? When you're that competitively driven, when you have fueled your competitive stamina for so many years to get you to that point, to then be told all that energy, all that effort, you've now got to keep applying it for at least another year. Just, might I add, don't forget, just to have an opportunity to go. Anyone that's listening to this that doesn't have a chance in hell to go to an Olympic Games, ask yourself, is there anything in your life that you would be willing to put your entire life's work into, see the finish line, and then be told that finish line is going to get pushed back a year? And actually be comfortable with going again. With seeing that massive, massive hurdle. And to say, no, I'm good. I'm going to keep driving. I'm going to keep sustaining this approach that I need to sustain in everything I do. It would be so easy for so many people to say, yeah, I'm going to keep going, but I'm just going to maintain my approach. Which, by the way, is actually a more occasional check-in mindset. Maintain, sustain, not the same word. I really thought they were, but they're not. They're not. Maintaining, you have a willingness to walk away and come back to something, believing that it's going to be just fine without your utmost attention while you're gone. But it's not. If you have competitive stamina, you never walk away. You never let up. You always push. And just when you're too tired to push, you figure out a way to push again. And for me, I thought about myself as someone that had fantastic competitive stamina. And the more I thought about it, I think I'm more guilty of maintaining when I need to be sustaining. So I thought about how can I challenge myself and in turn challenge you, the listener, for ways that we can incorporate a more sustaining mindset. So I started with the thing that is most directly in front of me, and that is my role as a father, as a husband, inside my home. And I woke up on a Sunday morning. I record these on Sundays. My son didn't want to sleep in, so I'm up at 6. Daughter decides she wants to do the same about 30 minutes later. Do I put the TV on, make sure they're okay, make sure they're safe? Therefore, sort of do enough. Do I do enough as a parent? Or do I engage? Do I shake off the fact that I wanted to sleep in another 30 minutes, hour? Do I shake off the fact that I maybe stayed up a little later than I wanted to the night before? And do I get involved as a parent? Do I think about the standard to which I can be a parent and then look to sustain that standard at 6 a.m.? I thought about this because I was already thinking about this episode. And I thought, wow, what a great way to start this change in my mindset. And it's a slight change. It's a slight change, but it's going to have an enormous impact. So I engage with them. I sustained the highest standard I believe I can be as a parent at 6 a.m. I didn't walk away. I chose to play. I chose to be silly. You know, for me, that is just such a simple way to start this exercise, to start trying to incorporate this stuff into your life. So give it a think. Think about how you can maybe do this. Let me know what you thought of this idea and whether you think you're going to be someone that's going to benefit from this insight. Again, you can always reach out to me through LinkedIn. You can connect to me through Instagram, career_competitor. The website's always there. I've started blogging these episodes specifically. Just a short summary of the episode. You can go to careercompetitor.com, read about it, listen to the episode, and also email me directly through the website too. Would love to hear what you think. I really think the idea of competitive stamina is something we can all benefit from. So I challenge you all at the start of your work week to see if this is something that you can start to incorporate at a higher standard within your day-to-day. Best of luck with what you've got coming up this week, guys. Look forward to speaking with you all again very soon. Bye for now.